would you feel if you could never do karate again?
I'd probably, that would be worse than if I couldn't be an electrician or anything like that.
Why
That would, because it's a massive outlet. It's always been a part of my life. It's always been a constant. And to be able to not do karate would be...
What do you think you'd be like if you didn't do it?
Probably be a basket case. I haven't trained for 2 weeks and I went last night and...
Let it all out.
Yeah, I just walked in the door and you just unleashed a beast, you know.
How do you feel like day to day then? Like,
fine.
When you, yeah.
I haven't got this pent up rage that suddenly goes, you must go to karate, you are going to explode. I haven't got that. I just feel, see, when you do karate, it's an exercise, isn't it? So whether you do skating, surfing, cycling, I don't know, you release endorphins, and those endorphins are a massive rush.
Yeah.
And that endorphin rush is what makes you feel better about yourself. It's like having a big bar of chocolate, isn't it? The chemicals that you have, there's that massive hit, isn't it? It's exactly the same with karate. Karate is just a form of exercise. So if you've got someone that does aqua zumba or tai chi or, you know, or they do spinning class. My sister's addicted to spinning. She'll do 6 classes a week. And it's the same thing. She's getting a massive buzz. It's like an addiction, I suppose. But to say you'll never be able to do it again, I think would be like, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it.
So you said you've been shot at a few times.
Well, we're in a bar.
In a way.
One of them, we were in a bar. 2 guys come in. Our guys, we were part of, as I say, stabilisation force, S4, and it was a joint venture between the Yanks, the French, the Germans, the English, and a few other nations. So you would see all the guys in the uniform, they'd all have a flag of their nation on their arms, you know where they're from. And we had a curfew. Unless you were on patrol or something like that, you weren't allowed ashore after 10:30 unless you were, like we were, basic maintenance guys on the ships and things like that. So we weren't actually technically military personnel with guns and things like that. We were engineering crew. So if you were ashore, you had to be careful and behave yourself and things like that. Well, 2 guys walked into a bar. They had trainers on. They had army camouflage fatigues on. They didn't look as part of our units. They also had guns on them as well, like pistols. And so they had half a dozen, I think it's Cotton Brew Pills was a local beer out there at the time. And they had half a dozen each and then decided to shoot off a couple of rounds into the ceiling of the bar and then shoot off around the bar. We were the only English guys in the bar, so the first people that they would target would have been us. So the first thing I knew about it, because I was quite naive at the time, was I heard a crack and a hiss, not the sounds that you get in a normal gunfight in a film, which I thought, what's that sound? The next thing I know, I'd been grabbed by the back of the collar by one of my colleagues, dragged to the floor on my backside and then pulled out underneath the tables to get to the outside to the bar, get outside the bar.
God.
So we were in a situation where we would have been the 4 lads that would have been shot first by these 2 government militia guys. So we had to get out of there pretty quick and get back to the ship and then report it. We'd come home in the evening and a mate of mine rang up and said, do you fancy going out for a curry or a pint? I was like, yeah, all right. So I said to her, look, I've been out all day. She went, no, no, she said, within an hour and a half, she was on the phone. Where are you? You need to get your ass home. I said, well, I've been out with your son all day. Look, you know, take him out off your hands and all that. Oh, you need to get home and all this. Really going down the phone at me. So when I got home eventually, it was only about 8 o'clock in the evening. I wasn't late at all. I only had about 2 or 3 pints. Got home and she basically launched every plate in the house at me. Completely. I thought she was Greek at one point where she was chucking so many plates around. And the only way I could, because obviously a woman can hit a bloke. And it's all, oh, he's a battered husband. A bloke hits a woman, totally different kettle of fish.
Was she like that a lot then?
Yeah, very violent, very, there was, anything could be a catalyst, and off she'd go. But I walked in the door and she was just gone mental. So the only way I could stop her from physically hitting me, because she did black my eye and cut my lip as well, the only way I could stop her was to take the door off the kitchen unit, rip it off, and basically sandwich her between the door and the kitchen top. Basically, so I didn't actually lay a hand on her. And then when she'd calmed down, then I let her go. But so I physically didn't actually lay a hand on her. And then at that point, we never spoke for about a week and a half. And then the following Wednesday, I thought I'm going to go to karate and teach. She goes, "You don't teach on a Wednesday, so anything's better than the atmosphere I'm getting here." She goes, "Well, if you're going like that, we might as well get divorced." And I paused, didn't say anything. She goes, "Oh, you've obviously been thinking about it." I said, "I've been thinking about nothing else since the last 4 years." So,
Really?
that was it. So September we separated. January filed for divorce. By May the 12th, 2005, it was decree absolute. So she'd moved out in the March back to Bristol. I had the house. As the ink was drying on the TR1, which is the form you sign over, she was after at Bristol. Yeah. And then my mum had she had a massive she had cancer of the esophagus. She was 60. Her 60th birthday, so 2008. And in the same month she was diagnosed with cancer of esophagus, so she had to have a massive load of operations, couldn't eat for a year and a half, she had a tube, and then she got over the cancer, was in remission in the July, and then in the September she was making a cup of coffee, dropped down with a massive stroke.